So the reason for us to outsource this specific part in the same train of thought that we have for some other decisions on building ourselves or outsourcing is that, again, with a limited number of people, you have to focus on building IP. And what is sometimes funny, what I see with a lot of startups is like, because it's technology, because it's code underneath, because we can build it, then we have to build it. And I think that's a bit of a wrong way of thinking. It's like, for example, here I'm sitting in the office in Sao Paulo. We have all our people working here, but we didn't build the office, right? Yet you need it to operate. And the same, I think, with Taktile. It's super important infrastructure for us. It's really like building blocks. We looked at a few vendors, but in the end, we went for Taktile for several reasons. I tested the platform. Everything that was shown in the slide deck was also in the platform, and it actually also worked in production at scale. They built it in such a way that really felt supernatural. You could take all of those building blocks and put them together in different kinds of ways to serve for other use cases as well. And that's, I think, the real value. They've not just built a tool, but they've built an infrastructure, like a box of Lego bricks with which you can build whatever your imagination thinks you can build. I think just to build the bare minimum of the infrastructure needed to build that underwriting flow would probably take a few engineers more than a year. That is very, very expensive time, not just in money, but like in time that we can spend on other things. That was great to very quickly iterate. Our head of risk can code as well, but he's not a senior engineer, so to say. Yet he built the first version all by himself together with one of our machine learning engineers. So I think there, the speed at which we could develop that, it was like, let's say, a month. I think if we would need to build that fully in-house, it would definitely take 5 or 6 months. And then the more beautiful thing is once we went live with it, every week we make adjustments. Because we're like super data driven. We have dashboards in every department. We learn from the data, and then we can quickly translate that again into adjustments to make the underwriting flow better. Like we have key account managers that manage their customers. They say, look, this customer needs more limit, can you give it? Oftentimes our risk team was working on the machine learning models, on the data infrastructure, etc. Our clients would have to wait sometimes a few hours before we process the request. So that is why we've recently, last week we rolled it out, is that we have built a small Slack bot. They can just type in natural language, like I want a credit limit increase for this much for that client. Then we actually send that to Taktile. We can actually extract structural data from it, like for who is a credit increase request and how much is it. Then we do a lot of decisioning to see if we want or if we do not want to increase the limit. And then we actually post the result to Slack. So it means that our risk people can focus on really building IP and our clients get instant answers. Like different people from the operations team, from the growth team, from the account management team, they came to us and they said, look, we also want to learn how to work with it because I already have 5 ideas that I want to automate. So we're now looking on how to bring it more horizontally in the company as well.